like a little bitty spot. I ain't coming down, no, never, I'm not. High on a mountain top, high on a mountain top.
Welcome everyone to the kickoff of Voices from the First Frontier for 2018. While we all know we have some great mountains that surround us here in the First Frontier, today we are standing on top of one of the highest, Blue Knob. Blue Knob All Seasons Resort has been the go-to place for diehard skiers throughout the Mid-Atlantic. I gotta tell you, I grew up skiing here and I had the opportunity to manage the operation back in the 90s. And it takes a lot of good, talented people to keep these lifts behind me going and all these slopes safe for everyone. Since we're in the heart of winter now, we thought we would give you a behind-the-scenes look at the day in the life of one of those people, ski patroller Anna Hermann. Anna, come on in. Welcome to Voices from the First Frontier, and thanks for being here and doing what you do. We really appreciate it.
Hi, thank you so much for having me today.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself. When did you start skiing? How did you end up interested in joining the ski patrol here at Blue Knob?
So I've been coming up here my whole life. I'm now 20 years old. I think I started skiing when I was about 3 years old. My family and I, we used to come up here on the weekends, so I've really just grown up on this mountain. My mom has been a patroller for over 25 years, and my older sister, when she was 15, she then joined patrol. So of course, when I turned 15, it only seemed right that I wanted to be just like my mom and my older sister, so I decided to join patrol as well.
So this whole thing, it's in your family, it's in your blood, so to speak. There was no way you weren't going to be up here on this mountain.
Yeah, pretty much. I was known as a patroller kid, you know. When I was 10 years old, if there was an accident, my mom would say, hey, go grab some ice for this patient, you know. I'd grab the ice, give it to the patient, and then I was out the door and I didn't get to see the rest. And
I know your mom. In interest of full disclosure, she's a wonderful person, and we did a lot of things back in the 90s to help the school kids and bring some of the school kids up here. The school groups are still coming up to the mountain here midweek?
Yeah, absolutely. We have school groups coming almost every day of the week, and it's really awesome to see those kids going out with their friends, having a good time, and it's a really rewarding feeling watching them make these memories with their friends.
The fact that the kids can share in an alpine experience here in the First Frontier, and I think that's a really cool thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree with that.
So when do things get cranking up here? So when do the snow guns start firing up and we start really thinking that we're going to start a ski season?
So as soon as it gets below freezing, they want to start blowing snow. The ideal temperature is actually 28 degrees because when it comes out of the snow gun, if it's below 28 degrees, it really allows it to freeze as it's coming out. A good season is mid-December to maybe early March. It just depends how Mother Nature decides to treat us this year.
Right, and everyone's always thinking about it. I know being a skier myself, you know, when October, November rolls on, everybody's thinking about wax the skis up, hoping that we're skiing around Thanksgiving. Hope we have a long season, so we're hoping that for this year too.
We can all wish.
So there's a lot to do when you're a patroller. So can you walk us through what's a typical day like?
So the mountain opens at 9 a.m. every day. So we have to be booted up and ready to go out the door at 8 a.m. Everyone will be ready to go. And then there'll be a meeting with the hill boss. They'll go over everything that needs done for the day, tell us what slopes we're going to open and what hazards we need to check for. We'll send out different crews for different slopes. We'll set up the fences. We'll check for different hazards that we see. We will report that back to the hill boss, and then throughout the day we'll keep on skiing and making sure everything is safe and making sure that the customers are having a good time.
This is the highest skiable mountain in Pennsylvania. We've got some big ridges behind me that flank out down into the valley here. So what makes it unique from a ski patroller's perspective to manage versus some of the other mountains that may be in the area?
Well, we're an upside down mountain, so people actually get their skis on and then they go straight down the hill. They don't have to ride the lift up, which is kind of neat for us patrollers because instead of having different stations throughout the top of the mountain, our actually base patrol is on the top. So we're allowed to go out skiing during our shift. It's actually recommended we take a more proactive approach to it. So we go out skiing, and it's a good way to look for accidents, keep things safe. So it's definitely a lot of fun that way that we get to ski while we're on the job.
Yeah. So tell us, What do you love most about being a patroller? You know, it's sometimes you're not appreciated until you're really needed, but from your perspective, what do you love most about being a patroller?
You know, it's a really difficult question because, Steve, there are so many things I absolutely love about patrol. I can start with saying I love the training, I love running sleds and practicing. I like to go out with fellow patrollers and instructors and work on my medical skills, and you know, someone can teach me something and I can look, wow, I never really thought to do it that way. So there's always ways to improve, and it's really nice because it's an awesome way to meet other extremely talented and skilled patrollers. But I have to say maybe my favorite thing is actually the other patrollers that I work with. I've gotten to know a lot of them. I've gotten to know their families, their children. Some of their children are my ages, so I'm friends with their parents. But you know, I get to talk to them a lot, and they've been with me through a lot of different parts of my life, so it's kind of nice that I've become a second family with patrollers. So that's probably the best part. It's just a family that we've all become.
That's awesome. Anna, we really appreciate you being here and giving us this behind-the-scenes look of what it's like on a day-to-day basis of putting the mountain together and getting it ready for everyone to come up here. We really appreciate you being here. We really appreciate you being a resident of the First Frontier and making it all work. So thank you so much for being here and sharing that story today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me today, guys.
Hey, these mountains make the First Frontier a great place to live and work year-round. As always, if you have a voice you would like to recommend for our Voices series, just let us know. You can like us on Facebook at First Frontier Blair County, or visit our website at firstfrontierblaircounty.com. My cheeks are getting a little cold. I know we got snow coming in tonight, so before you know it, we're going to be probably standing about 6 inches of snow here. That's the way the weather works here. So until then, we don't have glasses to say cheers, so we'll do a fist bump. Cheers. Right on.